Work there.
Yeah.
I heard beer and running. And I said,
Right up your alley.
It must be my time on the 11 p.m. newscast.
I would say that that's probably a good thing. Don't tell Tyler what the high temperature is outside here today because he'd probably cry. I'll tell you anyway. It was 70 degrees. Super nice. We're going for a run after this, getting ready for the Boston Marathon.
How you doing?
So Stephen Biggs, for those of you who don't know, is our esteemed State House reporter. This guy interviews the most important politicians in the state of Vermont. He covers the biggest issues in the state of Vermont. He told me he is more nervous for this right here than he is for any average day that he shows up to work. And of course, we're going to be looking for those top elite Vermonters as well. One of them is a mom of 3 in the Burlington area running her 4th Vermont City Marathon. Let me introduce you to Christine Hagan. And joining me is the winner of the whole race, Ryan Eiler. Unofficial time, 2 hours, 17 minutes, 4 seconds. When you hear that number, what goes through your head?
The first thing I think of is I missed the course record by a second. Left $1,000 on the table, but it's all good. It's great to be out here. So
Hartford trying to complete its undefeated season. Burton fans have a lot to cheer for early, though. McCoy's going to find Caleb Gabbert for the score. They're up by 2 touchdowns. Second half, more of the same. This time to Zach Chaney, 28-6, but the nail's not quite in the coffin for the Hurricanes. Braden Trombley finds Evan Lyons for the score on the ensuing kickoff. Trombley goes with the onside kick. Hurricanes recover, they score. On their next possession, 4th down, Hartford elects for a fake punt on their own 2. Not only do they convert, but it goes 98 yards for a touchdown. Hartford ties it at 28 after a 2-point conversion, but McCoy has that dog in him. Hooks up with Zach Chaney, setting up the touchdown. It's desperation time for Hartford. Trombley drops back, gives it all he has, but it finds the arms of a Bulldog. McCoy sets his legacy, and the Bulldogs become champions with a 35-28 win. At 4 p.m., myself, Liz Streppa, Tyler J., Centennial Field. I'm proposing the hot dog eating contest. 9 innings, 9 hot dogs. What do we say?
You didn't put his picture in there.
No, everyone knows who you are. You have a billboard at the stadium. Liz and I have to fight for our image.
Hey, speak for yourself.
I have to fight for my image, and it bodes well if I pair myself with Liz or Brian.
Well, we can maybe eat a hot dog or 2.
Yeah, I mean, ever since the Lake Monsters had their minor league baseball affiliation stripped from them, this has become a college sports town. And it's been really...
Soccer town.
And a soccer town as well. Of course, you mentioned the national championship, but that's not possible without the draw that the Vermont Green have, bringing players in for the summer, showing them what Burlington can offer them for a school year and what UVM can offer them. And then in 4th comes what we have now grown into, and what we're going to see tonight is a product of that.
Yeah.
From art to sports, Jack Maine.
I want to talk about the weather. My dad just texted me and said that he loves the forecast that Maddie Backpacks just delivered.
Oh, good job, Matt.
So you got.
I also like the forecast.
My dad is stoked.
That's it.
He's got Father's Day plans I got to be at, but before we get there, of course, it's championship weekend. Blue Mountain, 1 loss on the season, facing Cinderella. Rutland with a 7-10 record, getting to the state championship game with a runner on third base. Warren Snyder lifts it to deep right field. That's deep enough to score the first run of the game, and it's 1-0 Bucks. But then we get to the story of the game. Chris Fenimore is up, and you see him playing with a brace, a broken wrist. One hand laces a single to right, but he's not done because coach gives him the ball for the final 2 innings, and he gets the job done. The ever-rare three-peat is complete for Blue Mountain. Chris speaks on his performance playing the whole season one hand. It's the nightcap between top-seeded Mount Anthony coming from Bennington and 3-seeded St. Johnsbury. The Hilltoppers sending Rex Hauser, the main commit, to the Hill, and he's going through it early. Sean Moriarty cranks it deep to left field, and that gets over the wall for a solo home run. That would make it 3-0 Patriots. But St. J has a big inning in them too, and it starts with this pop-up that's going to go so high it goes above the lights. Center fielder, right fielder cannot see it. Everybody is safe, and the bases are loaded. Casey Purr is going to step up and he ropes one down the right field line. That is going to clear the bases. St. Johnsbury holds on for the state championship. 9-7 your final. It's the first title since 2016.